Tiffany from A Different Chick Farm and Orchard, and we just got our, actually technically second, maybe third shipment. Might be our last, but we might order some more from Nourse Farms. Raspberries, blackberries, some strawberries, and a few extras we kind of threw.
Hey, you want to tell them why we had to order strawberries again?
Because when you leave your strawberries in the box, wrapped up for 2 weeks,
should have put them in the refrigerator.
They mold
we didn't.
And die.
Weather caught us, and then life caught us, and we should have put them in the refrigerator. We kept thinking we're going to plant them tomorrow. Well, tomorrow never happened, and when it did, it was too late. Yeah. We lost about 75%. So these go in the ground Friday.
So the raspberries and blackberries that we've had so far have been great.
Yeah, I think on the raspberries and blackberries, we have about a 98% take on those.
Yep. We even got some rootings and got some of them going, so a few extra on some of them. Okay, first thing, I already opened these because I was excited and I wanted to make sure I got what I was supposed to get.
See, she wasn't thinking of you all. I always think of you all. Tiffany wasn't thinking of you all. You know, sometimes it's nice to live vicariously through someone else's stuff, and she just didn't care. Now, we're bringing this to you from our bedroom. That's normally not where we shoot this stuff, but we want to be able to give you a little bit of information on some of these. We're not going to try to, we don't have time to get into detail, but we do have time to give you a little info on what we're talking about. And so that's what Tiffany's going to do. She's in front of the computer, which is also our workstation. Our bedroom is also /office. So it's most couples couldn't handle this, but we do enjoy what we do.
Okay, so first off, we ordered 50 asparagus crowns of purple passion. So this is what you get when you get order them. They're dormant, as you can see. They do not have any asparagus growing. There is no green ferny leaves. Asparagus, you may or may not know, has ferns. So your asparagus spears in the spring is what you cut off or snap off, and that's what you eat. But as the season goes, it turns into a fern. So you don't eat it at that point. You let it grow those crowns. Asparagus can live for a long, long time. Now, like I said, I don't know if I said it right or not, but this is purple passion. So it is going to be a purple spear of asparagus. The other cool thing about this is most asparaguses you have to plant 12 inches apart. This one, they actually say perform better 6 to 8 inches apart. So you can fit more in your row. So if you got small spaces, this one may be a good one. And it's purple, which is cool. So,
and we like cool and unusual.
That we do. So this one is either going to be purple passion again, or this one is actually. There's our second purple passion. The other one was our other type. So once again, you get a lot of asparagus roots in there, but that's what 25 look like. And this is.
And they can't see that, by the way. You're a mile too low. You came too close to the camera.
This is what 25 looks like. This is what 50 looks like. So if you're wondering when you order them, that's what you get. Now, this next variety is Millennium. Now, this is a big variety, apparently. And these, you do have to plant 12 inches apart. But it is a very high-yielding asparagus with perfect spears, supposedly. I've never grown it before.
And this is not our first go-around of asparagus. We had asparagus at our other old home. And we have 2 asparagus beds here. One severely neglected one that still produces massive amounts of asparagus.
Except for when the groundhogs and the chickens eat it.
Yeah, the groundhogs and chickens sometimes take them out before we get them.
Yeah, which has been what's happened this week for the most part. Okay, so next, this one threw me for a loop when we ordered it. Because when I ordered my blackberries, I ordered
Primark.
My computer has taken a downfall. It's quitting on me. Okay, there we go. Sweet Arc. We already had Primark, so this one's a Sweet Arc.
There's actually a couple of different Primarks.
Yeah. This one supposedly is the sweetest and most flavorful blackberry variety yet. It's hard to tell. Who knows? That's what they say. Commercial growers love this variety because its yield potential and the quality. It is actually the latest release from Dr. John Clark from the University of Arkansas. So, I was a little surprised at these because I did not figure they would come in little bitty pods like this. So when I looked at them, I was kind of thrown for a loop, but I was thrown for a bigger loop when I saw the tag, and it says, not Sweet Arc, but it said Poncha, something like that. And I was like, they have sent me the wrong thing. But it so happens they sent me the right thing because that's going to be one of its names.
Has two names.
So, no doubt these are in packs of, let's see, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. So there's 10 in each of these little bags. This is what you get. It is a Thornless Blackberry. And
these will produce next year, Tiffany? Is that what we're looking at?
Yes.
So we'll get production off of these next year.
Actually, they might.
Shouldn't be this year. We're already into blackberry season.
Because this is a summer bearing. So if it was a fall bearing, it actually could bear this year. But it's a summer, so it won't bear till next year. Now, this is a thornless variety. Now, this is something that we are going to start doing on ours because we want to save on that plastic. And we have found this is a great way of doing pots. We have found some propagation trays where you can just put these in here, propagate them. When they root, you just pull them right out. So that's how they came. So all you got to do is plop them in the ground. You don't have that plastic. You don't have that waste. And it's very environmentally friendly. Now, that's bag number 1. And bag number 2.
5 more?
Yep.
15 what we ordered of them?
Nope, there's more.
Oh, okay.
25.
25.
So, this is actually how they came. They came bubble wrapped to protect them.
It is precious cargo, I have to say, because I'm a big blackberry and raspberry fan. Some people in my family are crazy over strawberries, and I do like them. But I am a blackberry and raspberry fan all day long.
So, they all looked exactly the same. After we turn the camera off, I'm going to open all these so they can get fresh air. Basically, what you're going to want to do before you plant them, because if they stay in these bags, they're just going to mold and rot and die. So you're going to fold that bag over like this just so they can get some fresh air. Now, if it's dry, you're going to want to put a little bit of water. Not too much. You're not going to want to drown them, just to where it's moist. As you can tell, these are moist, but there is no drippings of water down there. That's what you're looking for. But these guys are quite moist, and they're really nice and nicely packaged. So, okay, next is raspberries.
One of my favorite things in life.
Now, these raspberries are fall-bearing raspberries. So, if we plant them now, there's an extremely good chance we're going to get some raspberries.
With a good growth season, we might.
All right. So, this one is Joan J. It is a red raspberry. It is also thornless.
Is that our second thornless raspberry? Because don't you have one that we haven't planted yet?
Nope.
Oh.
Nope. Now, I do have a second one in here. But it is not thornless. Now, Joan J., it is a very high-yielding, thornless, early primocane raspberry variety. Performs great for all of the growers. It's reported back. They had a report that indicated that it out-yielded Autumn Bliss by more than 30. I don't know what all that means. 30 berries, 30%, who knows. The fruit is large, which is great. Holds its size well, so it's great for shipping, great for market. Easy picking. They release from the canes real easy. Great flavor. It is highly recommended for planting when early fruit is required. If used to produce a double crop, which was I talking about the fall there, the summer crop will fruit around the same time as Nova. So you can actually, it can have those 2 different crops if you push it. So it's a great one to have. we're probably going to push for the fall around here because, well, actually, nobody really does raspberries, but we have summer bearing, and these are more fall bearing. So we'll probably just let them do what they want to do, actually.
Yeah, I won't be
Yeah, we're not going to
picking blooms off.
So, this is what 25 raspberry canes look like. So, these have got great root systems to them. And are looking really nice. They are just quite a little bit moist. Now they do put like shredded paper up in there. That way they can keep it wet and moist, and it'll keep everything else wet and moist, because if you make those roots wet and they put water in there, it's going to rot them. And nobody wants rotted roots, because then you're not going to have a berry plant anymore. So we're going to stick these guys over here. Next is, I was rather excited about this one because I've not seen this type of raspberry out before. You don't see them in stores, and I have never seen one in person, so I'm excited to have this. Very excited, actually. It was one of those when Steven was like, you want to order raspberries? And I was like, yay! So I got to order this one. That might be an extra one down in there. Who knows? But this is they actually call it double gold yellow, but it's not actually double gold yellow. It is, oh no, it is. It is called double gold yellow. But that's kind of misleading because it is a beautiful champagne pink, which is just beautiful. Your Ann raspberry, we've got that one too. It's already planted in the ground and doing well. But the Ann is truly yellow. But this one is pink. So it's not even like your raspberry. It is like champagne pink. So, same thing on it. You got all these really nice little root systems here. That might be a little extra one that we got. That one probably will end up being an extra one too.
Yep.
That's a huge root. So, okay. Now, these are not delicate. Blackberries with the green might be a little bit delicate. The rest of that stuff, you can throw it around. It's not going to really hurt anything. These, however, and these were also packaged in bubble wrap, but I was excited and I took them out.
Again, she wasn't thinking of you all.
No. I was thinking about me. It's all about me. Me, 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 me.
Sounds like a Disney princess, don't she?
So this guy is a pink champagne pink currant. So we got several currants and several gooseberries, but we decided we wanted a few extra that were new. So let me tell you about this guy.
Our plans are, of the varieties we like, we'll have 2 of each gooseberry and currant, and the ones that are just okay, we'll have 1.
So according to Nourse, this is the tastiest currant on the market. I don't know because I've never had one. I love currants, but I've never had pink champagne. So it is a vigorous upright bush, free of leaf disease, which is extremely important in an organic farm. Beautiful, translucent pink fruit. So it is easy to grow, produces fruit of high quality, and very good flavor. So it was one I wanted because I thought the pink would be really cute. Next is, and once again, just like with the others, this does not have green growth yet, but you can see that beautiful green stalk there. So I'm going to uncover it so it can breathe.
It does have green growth.
Oh.
Top of it.
It does, right there. This one is, this one has growth coming from the bottom. Kind of reminds me of I bet it is an elderberry from that stem. It is. This is a Samel elderberry.
We wanted a new one. This makes us 4 elderberries.
5
varieties
now. No, if the other one takes, it's 6. So, the elderberries, they may look dead on top, but it is hard to kill an elderberry.
As long as the root system's alive, it will grow.
So you can see right here, these 2 little guys coming up right here. those will probably put on several feet, if not like 4 to 5 foot of growth this year. I know it's hard to imagine because like nothing grows like that, but they probably will because that's got a beautiful root system to it. And like I said, this is what we're kind of trying to go to on ours just to save on plastic. So that is the Sample Elderberry. And I'm going to go with this one because it should be, oh yeah, this is the Dull Elderberry. And I'll go back over there and look at the varieties and tell you a little about them in a moment. So, you can tell this root system is nice and healthy. Look at that. Beautiful. Now, this one does not have the growth, you would say, as the other one. And it looks like a little tiny twig. Don't let that deceive you, though. Because elderberries grow really fast. Very quickly. And they put on a lot of growth.
As long as they got a root system.
Yeah.
And they're alive.
And I like the first one we have, which is the one that I have been propagating off for several years now. Which is an
Adams.
Yeah. We put it in a pot, just like a 1-gallon black plastic pot. And we didn't know where we were going to put it because we were like, well, if we put it here, it might take over. And we put it here, blah, 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 blah. Well, we put it in the front yard by our raised
hold
bed.
on. She's lying. There was no we to putting it beside the strawberry bed. It was a her.
I put it beside the strawberry bed because I was like, well, fine. Until we find somewhere to plant it, we'll put it there. Then the following spring, we were like, yeah, let's plant it. We're going to go put it wherever. And I went to go pick it up, and it wouldn't come out. Like, it was stuck solid to the ground. So I moved and pushed and shoved, and the root was this big on that elderberry.
This was a 2-year-old plant, year and a half.
It had literally grew through the bottom from a little hole that was this big, ripped a pot apart, and last year we finally took the pot off of it. But the root system and everything was on the top because it decided it wanted to grow and it wanted to survive. So it did what it wanted to do. So those two varieties that we've talked to, or that I've got in those, the Samyl, which is Samyl, it has a good cross-pollination when paired with the Samdull variety. It has particularly high-quality flowers. So if you're looking for a high-quality elderflower, then that may be the one that you're looking for. The one that is our original is the Adams. It is actually flowering right now. It will flower after it produces berries. It'll continue to flower, and we had flowers in December this past year. So it is very vigorous. I'm not sure about the rest of these, and most wild elderberries only have that one season of growth around here. So that's why I love my Adams. The Samdull, Samdal. It is one of several new varieties from Denmark. So it's not native here to the U.S. It is from Denmark. The plants are vigorous, produce long shoots from soil level, one growing season and bearing fruit the next. So we may not actually get fruit off of that one this year. We might though, who knows? We have had a lot of success from plants that are not supposed to produce the year that you plant them, and they do anyway. Not just that you take the leaves off and so forth, but like literally it would not produce, but they do. So you can actually manage this one as a bush. Ours you can't. It grows wild, crazy, and it just wants to go. So it has large fruit clusters. They ripen in August, so it's not like our Adams. It only ripens once. They have the berries have a very high anthocyanin content, which is what you're looking for in your elderberries. You want that for your immune system, cancer fighting, all that. So this is an extremely productive variety, but you do need both varieties when you do have this, which is good to know. So when I propagate and sell these, I will actually have to sell them as a pair because you want that cross-pollination between both of them. So they prefer one of the Samyl, which is Samyl, to 5 Samdulls, which is Samdal. So it's good to know too. So our next one is, this should be our gooseberry. So if you've ever watched Snow White and Seven Dwarfs, you would heard about gooseberry pie. Now, I've never had a gooseberry pie. I've never made a gooseberry pie. My great aunt talks about gooseberry pies. And hopefully in the next few years I will get to make a gooseberry pie. This is a Hinomaki red gooseberry. So we decided to go with this variety, see what it was like. It's already got some pretty little green growth right there on the top. Got a very good little root system there. Now let me tell you about it. Because like I said, these are all new to me. That's why I bought them when it's new stuff. So it is a variety from Finland. It has superb flavor, high yields, beautiful red fruit color. The outer skin is tangy, while the flesh is sweet. A lot of people say gooseberries are kind of like grapes, and they are to an extent, but they are different. Everybody always asks me, what does this fruit taste like? What does this fruit taste like? Well, it's hard to say because all fruit really does taste differently. Fig tastes there's nothing that I can compare a fig to. Nothing. Blueberry. There's nothing I can compare a blueberry to. Strawberries. There's nothing that you can compare a strawberry to. So it's just one of those things. The plants are very productive. They are adaptable to lots of growing conditions. They can do hedge or ornamental. They can be eaten fresh or baked in a pie. So this is quite an outstanding variety. It is best in zones 3 to 7. So we really are on that brink of what you want on there. This is resistant to mildew, which is very important. And it's got good freezing quality. So you want to look at that if you are planning on having so many that you're going to freeze or you're going to can, so on and so forth. Now, some of the other varieties that I did not go over their zones, the asparagus, Millennium, it is best in zones 3 to 8, so we're good with that one. Purple Passion, 3 to 8, so we're good on that one. So some of these, if you live way up north in some of those cold zones, they are great for you. Elderberries, 3 to 7. Once again, we are on that brink. But they do really well in our area. The pink champagne, that's 3 to 7. Told you about this one. Now those blackberries, the sweet arc, those are zone 6 to 9. So they're right on that brink, but they're perfect for us. So hopefully they do quite well for us. Joan J, it is 4 to 8. So we're right there in that good zone. And the double gold is 5 to 7. So we're on that brink of maybe a little warm sometime, but we should be just fine with it. Now, last thing is, like Steve said, we killed our strawberries, or at least a good majority of them. So we ordered more. Now, the first ones we ordered in, now we have been June bearing. And we wanted June bearing because they produce a huge crop in June. That's what everybody does around here, is that huge crop to get that one big fruit set at one time. Now, that's great. And we love those, and we wanted those. But for a few years now, we've grown Seascapes, which are really delicious berries, and they bear all year long. Well, basically summer long, yeah, from spring until fall.
And they're day neutral.
And they're day neutral. You can grow them in your greenhouses and grow them year round. They just like that warmth, and when it gets to a certain temperature, they stop. We have a lot of experience with the Seascape. They do not like the heat, so when you are in the middle of June and the 1st of August, they do not like it. They will stop producing, and sometimes they will look like they're going to die off, but usually they're still fine. You just want to watch out for them. But these are our Seascapes. What we are going to plan on doing with them, we are going to plant most of them in our back field where our other strawberries were. But we are also going to take some of these and put in a greenhouse that we are getting ready in a gutter system. Because we want to see how we can push them to grow throughout the winter, because we would love to have fresh strawberries throughout the winter. We don't know if it's going to work, but we're going to give it a shot. And they work well in cooler temperatures too. So where we're going to have our greenhouse heated, it doesn't have to be heated to way hot, but that 50 degree is going to keep it kind of happy. And then throughout the day, it's going to keep them happy with the extra sunlight bearing down on it. So these are in bundles of 25. There are 1,000 in this box. As you can see, they have got green growth already. Strawberries around here actually don't die off. So if you have a variety that you thought just died off, most likely it didn't die off. It died completely. So you'll want to replace that. But so let me get one of these out to show you. So these have got some seriously long root systems. Look at them suckers. Now, when you go to plant your strawberries, and this is where a lot of people make a mistake, right here is your crown. These are your roots. You never, ever, ever want to go further than right there. You want to make sure your roots are covered, but you want to make sure that crown is out of the ground, because if you cover up that crown, that's the livelihood of your strawberry. You're going to smother it, and it is going to die. So if you want good, healthy strawberry plants that don't die, make sure you do not plant it any deeper than right here. So I think that is it. As you can see, there is a buttload of strawberries in here. We're going to have our work cut out for us this weekend, it looks like, because we are going to be busy, 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 busy if we didn't have enough already to do. We might show you a video as we are doing this. It depends on if we think about it, if it's raining, and if we have the time, but we'll try to. So, once again, thank you all for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and tune in for our next video next time around.
Don't forget to like and subscribe. We really need you to like and subscribe. It makes a difference. And comment on this video. Ask questions. Tell us your experiences. We want to hear from you so we know what you're looking at.
If we get 250 subscribers, Steven's going to buy me a camera phone, or a camera that will actually do really nice videos. So you should like and subscribe to us.